Hello, and welcome to All I Do Is Fail. I am your host, Mr. Tom Elwes, and I'm joined today as ever by my co-host, Mr. Ali Woods.
What's up?
And
With that one.
Yeah. That's the second take, everyone. Piffies listening to that. What's up, Piffies?
in the house. And how are we going? We got producer Phoebe as well.
What's up?
You got 3 my what's ups. No, 2 what's ups is the limit.
Oh, what happens at 3?
Well, don't know who's
you
coming
wait
through
and
that
see.
door yet. Just you wait, mate. The listeners will get after that. Do you know there's a podcast that does 3 what's ups, and that will go around the forums. Let me tell you, we'll have a lot more producers
Well,
get
5
involved
actually,
in.
if we count all of ours together.
I actually think they're separate. Laissez-faire what's ups.
Individual pieces.
They've got their own rules and their own borders.
How have we all been? Good?
Yeah, not bad, Tom. How are you?
I'm okay.
How many what's ups would you give today so far?
What today has been maybe a one what's up day. I've just been to an art gallery.
Which one?
So I
You
went...
try and leave your kid somewhere and think a
Exactly.
posh person might pick him up and look after him.
Hopefully. Well, I was at the Saatchi Gallery in Chelsea, so...
If I leave Teddy among the modern art, then he'll have a great life that someone can provide for him, and I can go back to going out on Fridays and Saturdays. Everyone's a winner.
So I went down to, it was called, it was a graffiti exhibition at the Saatchi Gallery.
Of course it was.
And inspired by street art and hip hop culture,
Yeah,
predominantly for, at this time of day, sort of elderly white women in
and
Chelsea.
by elderly white women
Yeah.
as well. That's what the great thing is write what you know.
Yeah, yeah.
The audience.
They made it. Yeah.
They had, and this person's tag is focaccia.
Yeah.
She says, "You'll never focaccia me."
Yeah.
That's
Well, the other thing that was there is I didn't realise, because there's a school strikes on today, so I thought it'd be quite
bloody
quiet.
hell, these again.
Oh, I know. Once again, so it was just full of loads of posh kids and their nannies who have like decided they've got to take the kids somewhere, and they've taken them all
You
to this
learn,
exhibition.
you learn more at the Saatchi Gallery than we were sitting around learning about geography and things like that. You learn how to live. Julius, Owen, come. Come.
Let me tell you that the tills were ringing. Is there a better shop in the world than an art gallery or museum shop?
What do you mean better shopping?
Oh, I know what you mean.
They're so good. They're just probably the stuff in those museum in the museum shops.
These stuff in the museums.
Is that some shandy?
Bloody would be bloody ghastly.
Absolutely delectable. If you want to come back to me afterwards for some head and shoulders, then I can organise that after the museum. Post-museum head and shoulders.
To be fair, there were a fair few dates as well for the unemployed or fun employed amongst us or just people who work free. I don't know, whatever. But there were a lot of people on dates, and I was like,
Yeah.
well done, lads. They're
Yeah,
smart.
yeah.
Yeah, take a bit of art, whatever.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry, I'm still not over post-museum head and
It's
shoulders.
the post-museum.
Post-museum head and shoulders.
Post-museum head and shoulders. We'll have some champagne and we'll have to move on to some post-museum
hard and sharp.
head and shoulders.
Yeah.
Hard and sharp.
Hard and shoulders. We'll have some Haagen-Dazs and some head and shoulders.
I tell you what, they did have. They made all the staff. They all had to wear Adidas tracksuits.
What?
Yeah. All the staff were in Adidas zip-up tracksuits because it was hip hop culture inspired. There was like, obviously like loads of the staff as well. Clearly, just like posh kids at art school, and they're just like having to wear their full Adidas tracksuits, like old school Run DMC ones. They're all in them.
A man says better than me. Tell their man shut up.
Cease speaking.
Yeah.
Mention my name in your tweets. Shut up.
Shut up.
That's just, yeah, you're like, excuse me, blood, what's this pencil saying? You're like, oh, that pencil's saying probs £2.50. Oh, nice one, bruv.
So yeah, I implore you, go check out the gallery. It was a good time.
Yeah.
So
Um,
what was actually in the exhibition?
I don't know, load of shit, didn't look. But
On his phone.
Yeah.
Took a picture, said, at the museum, good to be in the real world, and then
Yeah.
just walked
Took a
out.
photo of my kid as well, just with some art cultured baby.
So what is it like taking a baby around a museum?
I mean, they sort of look at stuff and sit in their pram, and that's about it.
Yeah, but start
You
crying?
get
No?
worried, yeah, do you
No.
get worried that they'll scream?
No, I mean, if they do, you just move on to the next section quickly.
What you do is, I'll tell you what you do,
Right.
is if he starts crying,
Yeah.
you find the emptiest room, put him in a little bit of space,
Yeah.
put a little tag that says baby crying, Tom Elwes 2023, and you are the next hottest.
There you go. I'm going to make some
live
cashola.
performance art. It's so visceral.
It's so visceral. It looks like a real baby.
Mm.
But I think that's the point of the mirage. It's supposed to.
And should we leave it? Should we take it? It's a morality thing.
A morality.
What do we own? What do we?
Could we even help? I don't know. It poses that question. The baby.
I think it's ultimately about the government.
yeah. yeah.
I think it's political.
And it's by an artist. El Wes must be Mexican.
Yeah. There were a lot of people, because a lot of it was like political street art, but then some of it was just like they sort of just like spray painted big knobs, and I was like,
Oh, really?
How
Well,
much is that really saying about the political climate?
It was just dicks and graffiti.
Just like, you know, there was loads of graffiti, and some of them were obviously pretty good and amazing, but then there were just some dicks, and I did think, what's that really saying?
So whose idea is it for you guys to go to a museum?
To go to a museum? Well, of course mine. What do you mean? No, this is my partner making me do culture things.
So I'll tell you what the two options were: Cocaine Bear and the museum.
I lost.
Yeah, I lost.
So there we go.
Oh well, that's good. 'Cause, I don't know if you said Phoebe, because I was saying on our Patreon, I think about me and my partner's dates are basically like PE lessons. Tom said we just had normal dates, and then I said to my partner, "Oh, Tom said they just had normal dates," and she said, "What's that?" And I went back to Tom. I was like, "What is that?"
There's
Is
galleries
that
in
just
that.
like dinner, drink?
Yeah, dinner,
Boring.
lunch, gallery. Movie.
What's
I
a
don't know.
PE lesson? What do you do?
We
Snap
like do
race?
golf or trampolining or mini golf.
They do stuff
or,
like you know,
rock climbing.
think of anything that like a 7-year-old would want.
Yeah. 8-year-old birthday party. Then we have fruit shoots and pizza afterwards.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, and
Fruit
then,
wide up.
and then penetrative anal sex.
Oh god.
In my head, I was like,
Wow.
"What's the worst thing I
At
could
my
say?
school. Yeah.
What's the worst thing I could say right now?" No, we don't. We haven't made love in quite a bit of time, actually,
okay.
because we're saving ourselves for marriage.
Perfect. Well done. Shall we move on to our first section?
Yeah.
It is worst week, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Oh, worst week. Ali, would you like to begin?
So
Here we go.
this week, it's been a tough one, right? Since
Right.
I chatted to you, went up to Manchester, watched my team knock out Barcelona
Whatever.
live with my dad. Special moment. Then
Did they
stayed there.
actually?
Sorry. Yeah, knock out Barcelona in the Europa League 1-2. We came from 1-0 behind. Yeah.
Did he hug you this time?
Me and my dad have a hug
Oh, okay.
every time.
Yeah. Only when you win though.
He beats me when we lose. You fucking idiot.
It's your fault somehow.
You should be playing.
Yeah.
So then I had to stay in Manchester for a couple nights because I was doing
Yeah.
the comedy club up there, Frog and Bucket. You know, smashed that, and then had to do
I really
had to do the comedy
dislike Ali
store.
doing his worst
Yeah,
work.
no,
It's
this
a
is
really
boring,
great
yeah.
week, but in a
Yeah.
dulled down.
No, it's really. I got on the comedy store gig as well, so they
Ugh.
had me there and smashed that too. Then came back on the Sunday, had to get a train back to London to go watch Man United at Wembley win the Carabao Cup live with my dad again.
Yeah.
Another special moment. It's like, when am I going to fit in some alone time? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Your daily cry.
I do that at Wembley, drowned out by the noise. So you're allowed to have emotions as a man at a
Okay.
football game.
At football games, yeah.
So people say, no, that is actually a problem with toxic masculinity. Actually, yes.
Yeah, no, that's an issue. Yeah.
No, it's been a good week again. Sold out Leicester Square Theatre. Thank you very much to everyone who bought a ticket. It's I think the problem with this week is it's tough because it leaves a lot for next week.
Right.
But here's my point. I was thinking about this because I was like,
Okay.
what am I going to say this worst week? Because it's been lovely.
It's been a good week.
Been a good week. What am I going to say worst week? I'll tell you what I did.
Right.
Is it not? And I had a wank in a travel lodge.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a low. That's a
Now
low.
that is a sobering moment.
Where did it go
When
then?
you're looking
Was it
around at the
pillow?
plasticine. Sorry? Into
Did you
the
have to-
pillow.
Did you have to mop it up?
No, he's not fucking demon. What do you mean? Wait.
Not even the
Do
towels.
you think mermen just spaff all over the beds or like?
Yeah.
I think I'm doing that thing where like I fuck the bed. Like
Yeah.
I'm just grinding up against
He's
the-
not. He's
I
not like.
don't know. You're on your own.
I wouldn't just. You still got to sleep in the bed. I wouldn't just spaff all over it. Like,
I've
that's-
drawn a nice smiley face, called it Luca.
Yeah. On the pillow.
She didn't put out. I got rejected.
Send her a photo. Look what I've done.
Turned around.
Didn't want her to look at me cry.
No, of course not. But yeah, it's a pretty sobering moment
Yeah.
when you're alone in the travel lodge
The travel lodge
with the big light on.
the kebab shop light. The kebab shop light in the travel lodge.
Like a little bit in the background.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And you're just closing your eyes and thinking of Marcus Rashford at Wembley tomorrow.
Okay, so wanking at Travelodge. Yeah, no, it was a sobering moment. But overall, your week's been pretty good, so we'll see. Phoebe, I feel like you might be a strong contender this week.
Well, hello.
Hello, Phoebe.
Hello.
I can't remember where we left off with my house problems last week, but we have now actually got a smart meter installed.
Okay, good.
With the plumber guy that you're having a bit of a laugh with about
Yeah.
pegging.
Different guy, actually.
Oh, but still
yeah,
talking about pegging.
funnily enough, actually, what happened was he called me instead of ringing the buzzer, and he was like, I've accidentally come up the back way. And I said, well, I said you should always ask before coming up the back way.
Oh, you cheeky, madam. You cheeky matron over here. Yeah, it's like, oh, matron.
This guy's going back to his wife being like, oh, Jesus Christ, this girl's a pervert. It's
yeah.
God.
Having a pint with the lads afterwards. What's wrong, Phil? I was just keep getting sexually harassed at my work.
And they think it's fine because I'm meant to be a plumber and up for it, but I'm not. I'm a sensitive guy. I'm a sensitive bloke.
But yeah, that's
So
great.
anyway,
Great bit of
got
banter.
that. And the other thing that was wrong with the flat, I can't remember what it was, but I think that got fixed.
Okay, good.
Can't remember what it was. But don't worry, it's been replaced with a leaking ceiling again.
Okay.
Which means it's coming in from the upstairs neighbour and no one can get hold of them. So
Oh wow!
that's
So wait,
happening.
but so you can't. Have you knocked on your upstairs neighbour's door?
Yes.
And
And they do not answer.
They don't answer,
Really?
and no one can get hold of them.
No,
I would
well-
check on your upstairs neighbour if there's still water. They've left the tap on.
Yeah, that might be what's going on.
Yeah.
If no one's in, maybe they've gone away and someone's left the tap on.
Yeah. Or someone is in, but then unresponsive.
Or they've maybe you're getting ghosted in a different way. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I hopefully not. Fingers
Oh,
crossed.
Lord.
But yeah, if there's
Okay,
still
well,
water,
this is the start, and next week could be the worst week
Yeah.
of our lives. Okay.
how heavily is it coming through the ceiling?
It's only a drip, so I'm just thinking it was someone had a shower because it started at 1 a.m. So I'm thinking someone had a shower late at night, and then the drip is just coming through like as it's worked its way through because it's
Right.
got to work through loads to get through, so it's going to take hours.
Right.
But anyway, before we dwell on the potential,
Death of your upstairs neighbour.
yeah,
Okay. No, but that was a stressful week, nonetheless.
Okay.
I've
Tom,
got something,
Father Tom.
and I'll be honest. I've been sitting on this all week.
go on.
A chair.
No,
Okay.
this story
Should've said
begins with an email from a man called Nigel.
Every good story starts with
and
Nigel.
he sends me, a man called Nigel sends me an email on Sunday night, right? And he just writes this, just one line email. Hi Tom, would you consider a private gig? That's it. So I'm like, okay,
Sounds like sort of messages Phoebe gets here.
yeah, Nigel. Okay, interesting. So I reply to Nigel. I go, hi Nigel, I hope you're well. To answer your question, yes, I would consider it. I've done a fair few in the past. Could I ask a few details about what kind of event it would be? Thanks, Tom.
And he sent that emoji, which was like the tongue out wink, like,
Followed by the little like devil one.
yeah.
Well, Nigel replies, I'm organising a nudist party.
Yes, Nigel.
Of course he is.
And I'd love a comedian willing to perform in their birthday suit. Thanks. Right? So I'm like,
How many people has he sent this to?
I think.
well,
So I
well,
wonder if he's selected, if he sent it to lots of people, if he selected Tom specifically.
yeah, because it's weird because I haven't got that. So I guess he's ruled out. I guess there's people he thinks, well, they're not going to reply,
Yeah.
even though they're obviously fit. So
the alarm bells are ringing because I'm thinking right now, this is just the only person at that party is going to be Nigel. There's going to be no one else.
yeah. No,
Just going to be him, right? But
He's gonna whisper in your ear. Go on then.
yeah. But I endeavour. I'm
Perform.
like, you know what? We need to find out a few more things. Hi Nigel. Can't say it's anything I've done before. Could I ask a couple more details? Where and when would it be?
Is there parking?
Yeah. Where and when would it be? And what sort of budget do you have? Hi Tom. I'm in East London. It's my 50th. I don't have a budget in mind. I have been quoted $3.5 grand,
Oh.
but I can't quite stretch to that.
Oh.
So I'm thinking, money time. Okay,
But
so now I'm
mate,
like,
yeah, he
I'm like,
suggested a decent
3.5. Okay, that's pretty.
Yeah. Or inches, yeah.
Yeah.
it's £1,000 per inch. I don't know if I'll do it for 1,500.
I'll have to give you 50.
yeah. I've got an erection.
So then I reply, I go, "Hi Nigel, no worries. It's not an everyday request for a gig. I'm not opposed to it. I just have a few more questions." So I ask him, are you a recognised nudist group or is this a social thing? Question one.
Birthday.
Yeah. Well,
No,
Can
this
you-
is a good question to ask.
Yeah.
Are you going to get publicity or not?
Question two.
Exposure.
Will the gig be indoors or outdoors? Very important.
Very
Yeah, because nudists love being outdoors.
Yeah. What time of year would it be? Question. Finally, would there be? Two more questions. Would there be a stage / mic set up? And finally, could I bring a chaperone? Brackets. They would wait outside. Okay.
Who's it going to be? Me?
No. And then, So he was saying 3.5K, and then I go, finally, in terms of budget, I would say I would do it for 2.5K.
Okay.
Okay, that's what
that's very
I was like,
competitive.
nudist gig, 2.5K, cool.
Yeah, I mean, decent in month salary.
He just replies, one final answer. That's still a lot of money. I'll have to think about it, to be honest. That's it. I think I outpriced myself of the nudist gig.
No, I think that's ridiculous. You can't ask someone to do a nudist gig for less than that.
That's one of the ones where he sort of thought in his head, well, the fee will sort of be the party.
Yeah.
He'll get to enjoy the party.
It'll be all right, it'll be okay.
And this is our comedian. Doesn't he look funny already?
We picked him up from the museum.
We've picked this young lad up at the museum.
We've raised him from birth from the museum.
We raised him from birth at the museum, and he's come down to do a
little nudist.
a little nudist entertainment for us.
Comedy in the buff.
Comedy in above. Now, a lot of things. My main concern was that he completely ignored all my questions about time of year, where it was, and could I bring a chaperone?
Yeah.
And would straight away dismiss me and said, basically, you're not worth that.
He, in another way, he basically has messaged you to say, "Can you come round naked for my birthday?"
Yeah.
Basically, what he said.
That's
The sort of
reading between
comedy,
the lines.
birthday party, all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. It doesn't really matter. He's just said, "I would like you to come round naked for my 50th birthday. How much does that cost me?" That's too much.
You're not worth that. You're not worth.
And he's going down the list. I'll get a message in a few days.
Be like, right, I've been quoted 2.5 grand.
I'll be quoted on.
Can't stretch to that
Yeah,
one.
you
What
beat
can you
that.
do?
Yeah. I'll do it. I'll do it 100 if you let me bring my camera and get some
Yeah.
content out of it.
Yeah. So yeah, it was an interesting email chain to.
How far would you go? How low would you go?
Excuse me?
What do you mean?
Sorry, not how far. How low would you go, money wise, if you came back and bartered with
I
you?
think 2.5 grand. Like that's the minimum to do a show completely naked, potentially in front of a room of other.
So what if
people
he
we don't
comes
know.
back and says yes?
Then I guess I'm doing a naked gig.
Yeah.
I'll let you know how it goes. Yeah.
Live podcast.
Would you
from it.
change some of your material for it, or do you think it all
He's
still?
got to change his clothes first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stiff.
That's yeah, what happens if you start getting a boner while you're on stage?
I don't know.
You just gotta get a big stiffy. What happens then?
Does that
What if the
normally
audience start getting boners?
Yeah, what if you look
Oh.
at Nigel and he's
Rock
there
hard.
just rock on with this look in his eye like he's reliving his youth? Yes, this is exactly what I wanted for my birthday. Yes, Tom.
See, for me, I'm
Very
thinking,
talented young man.
I'm going to go in there and then I'll be greeted by just probably some lady fully clothed. And she'll be like, okay, the show's in there. And it'll just be Nigel sat in a seat.
Yeah, that's it.
And that'll be that.
Well, you are the entertainment.
I had that once with life drawing classes.
Yes.
At uni, I signed up to be a life drawing model once when I was a
Really?
bit tipsy, and then never did it because the guy, he called me and he was like, "Oh, thank you for signing up.
Not really
you
our
need
type.
You need to come round to my house, and I'm going to paint you in my studio in the basement first
Oh,
Oh,
my
no.
God.
Yeah. And be tied
before
up.
you go to the class." I was like, "I'm pretty sure I don't need to do that to see if I could do it right."
That's so grim.
You just have to sit there.
Yeah.
Who was this Jay from the In-Betweeners? Who the fuck was running this class? Stifler, fucking Quagmire running this class. The fuck is going on? Yeah, good shout not to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there.
well done.
It was Nigel. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I thought you were a man. Oh well. Well, get nude.
Strip
Let's
down.
all get nude.
I like the sort of stand-ups I like. Lee Evans, very physical. Could you do a physical?
I don't want
You're
to.
so creepy.
I don't want to
Alan.
think
You
of.
do this too
I don't
much.
want to think of Nigel.
Yes, 2.5. Yes. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pay you 500 now. I'll pay you 2,000
Yeah.
after the show, so to speak. But you'll have to find it.
Best case scenario. Oh, fuck. Little game of hide and seek.
Yeah, hide and squeak as I call it. Oh no, not in there. Getting warmer though.
Yeah. I think it's quite an interesting one, isn't it? The best case scenario, I guess, would be there'd just be a big group of lovely nudists. Who just,
Yeah, you have a really comedy savvy and lovely
Yeah.
stuff.
Love it.
Have a great
What
time.
if your parents are there?
Why would my parents be there?
I don't know.
This is Nigel's 50th.
Yeah, Nigel's 50th.
You might know Nigel. Your parents
Yeah.
might know Nigel. There weren't as many people back then. They might know each other.
Maybe.
Or like, a friend of your parents.
What if your parents are there and your dad's got a massive schlong? He's got a huge old peen and he's there looking at you like, you're a disappointment, brother.
You know what it would be? I was weighing up the whole thing, and then I just kept thinking there would be a moment where I'd probably be like in an upstairs bathroom where I'd have to just be completely naked in that bathroom and be like, "Yep, this is it.
That's
I'm gonna
it,
go.
yeah, this is my life.
I'm going out there completely naked."
What if you start doing the nudist circuit? What if you're just, if
The
you do
nudist-
so well there, they're like, we've got a bar mitzvah. So you're like, that's not legal, surely.
Well, I looked it up. I looked nudism up, and apparently they do.
Bet you did.
They do a thing. They do a day at Alton Towers where they rent the water park, and they all go.
Oh, God, wouldn't want to be on clean-up after that day. What shift you working? Thursday? Thursday, you fucking idiot. You know what day that is? No, shit.
Yeah, apparently they rent the water park at Alton Towers.
Yeah.
So,
What if you were told that it would be the fittest people you've ever seen in your life? They'd all be really fit.
well, then I'd be more worried about getting a boner.
Yeah.
It'd be so embarrassing. You couldn't recover from that. What would you even do? Just tuck it between? There's no hiding. There's zero hiding. You're completely naked.
It's pointing at an audience member. You'd be like,
Whoa.
"Sir?" Yeah.
Yeah, audience interaction. I find that would be harder if you're naked.
It's not a sex party, is it? So
No.
yeah, it's
Nudists are not. There's a big
No,
division.
but
there.
I still think because you've got to make sure you definitely look them in the eye.
Yeah. Where would I be looking? What do you
But
mean?
I don't know because
The
because-
woman,
right,
the woman
because
with the
if they're-
lopsided breast. Yes.
Wait, okay. Right, hang on. I was picturing it as like raked seating, but they're probably sat down, aren't they? On
Yeah.
I think it's in Nigel's living room.
Yeah, it's going to be in
yeah.
Nigel's living room in East London. So I don't.
I was still thinking in a living room you might have some raked seating because then where you're looking in the eyes is basically in the groin of the person behind you.
Two
isn't it?
scenarios. It's either in Nigel's living room / garden, right? Or it's in his basement and it's just him. They're the only options that are going down
I
here.
tell you what we'll do. We'll have a dry run. Shall we?
Yeah, we'll do it. Me and you.
I wouldn't call it a dry.
Dry run. Yes. We'll start as a dry run.
Turns into a slip and slide.
God.
Yes, no, I really like your stuff.
Good stuff.
Right, who had the worst week then?
I don't.
Can I? I'm going to retract the earlier story and add in a different one. Can I
Okay.
talk about the thing that I sent you guys?
What?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. So on Saturday, some people came to the brunch show. It was a group of guys. They were the first ones in, and I scanned their tickets, and I, was pleasant to them, but that was it. I never spoke to them really ever again. We saw each other throughout the day, but that was about it. They sat on the front row. They were lovely boys. They were having great banter with the MC. Afterwards, one of the guys asked for my number, and I thought, well, I'm quite flattered. May as well.
Yeah.
Bit of fun. Then these were the messages that I received.
Okay, here we go.
So after the first initial, like, hey, this is me. Oh, hi, that's you.
Fun.
We established that he had gone out like after the brunch show and like carried on for the night before.
he had.
So I said, how are you coping with the hangover? And then he was just like, well, you saw, he was like, not too bad right now. Could think of a couple of ways it could be better though. ... I was like, oh God,
Flirty.
here we go.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah. And then he goes,
What did you say? Just, oh yeah.
I said, oh yeah.
Okay.
And then he went,
So he's reading that as.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah. But I was like,
Yeah, to be fair, that's difficult on text because, like, oh yeah, that could.
You're
be...
like, oh,
yeah,
right.
oh, yeah.
yeah, and he's like, oh yeah.
oh yeah. But either way, right? This is 2. He has sent me before that 2 messages.
Okay, so this is 4th message in basically, or 3rd.
It involves me, you, and a blindfold.
Oh God.
Then
For him, you're
hang
fucking
on.
gross.
2 minutes later, he sends maybe some restraints.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
wait,
Have
wait.
you replied?
5 minutes later, I'm not replying to any of this. 5 minutes later, maybe some massage oil. Shall I keep going? What? 2 messages in, he sent that. We did not speak on the day at all. I was just doing my job.
Bruv.
Also, can I just say, this man I know is in his 30s.
Oh god.
So he's either been doing, and also, lovely boy, I'm sure. He's not that bad looking, but he's not good looking enough to be this creepy.
Yeah.
What? Wait. So if you're really good looking, you're allowed to be more creepy?
Well,
No,
it's classic. It's the
but-
classic
50
50 Shades of Grey. If you're
Yeah.
the fittest man that has ever been interested in you as a person, then,
I would still not
then you
tolerate
can say
this from
whatever the fuck
anyone.
you want.
I wouldn't
You look like
tolerate
Jane-
this from anyone, but from a really, really ugly
Timothy
person, it's more
Chalamet.
insulting.
I wouldn't stand for this at the best of times, let alone from an Ugmo. from some
a rotter.
From some rotter.
You rotter. You fugly rotter. You're actually insulting me by asking.
How dare you think I'd be up for that? So if it was Timothy Chalamet saying that to you,
Okay, I would also like to clarify. I appreciate Timothy Chalamet's beauty, but I don't actually find him fit. Like I wouldn't.
We know you do it.
Young
but
boys, like they look like young boys, and that's not.
Can I just say that this guy, I kind of he started like sort of quite. He went blindfold, then he went restraints, and then he went sort of took the temperature back
Yeah,
down
went
to
back,
massage
yeah.
oil.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's sort of scattergunning the approach and see what you might be.
I think so. He's in
Well-
his 30s.
Yeah, no, but hang on, it carries on.
Oh, okay.
More.
So then basically, he said, "Should I keep going?" Now, normally, at this point, I would have just ignored it.
Sure.
But I had been sending
Good one.
screenshots. I had been sending screenshots to the MC of the gig, being like, "What the hell is going on? Like, this guy seems so nice." And he said, "Obviously, you've got to encourage this, like, to see how far he'll go." So he said, "Should I keep going?" So I said, "Please do." But normally,
So the MC's
I
doing crowd
wouldn't.
work
Yeah.
at this point.
yeah, no,
Oh,
the
I
MC
do.
is essentially via me. Is like,
To be fair to this guy, if you said please do to him, he's just like, well, she's obviously keen. You know?
She's welcome.
yeah,
Yeah.
but, and then I said, also, I tried to do a little joke. I said, also, let me know your safe word for all this.
Oh, okay, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so then he
Bit
said,
of massage oil.
then he said, how about cherry pie? I said, getting it involved, or is that your safe word? And then he went into quite a you can see here there's like a whole paragraph in it about what he would like to do with me and cherry pie.
Okay, let's hear it.
So what does he want to do with you and cherry pie?
I really don't want to read this out loud.
Well,
Oh,
I'd rather not.
we'll share on social.
yeah.
Anyway, so then I just replied, like, I was like, I'm not going to carry this on anymore. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, we went from 0 to 100 so quick. I said, this has been entertaining, but I'm out. Take care.
Yeah.
And then he said, oh, sad. And then he said, sure, I can't take it back down to a 1, because I said from like 0
Yeah,
to
yeah.
100. Then he said, I thought I was letting you into some thoughts and desires of mine. By the way, he's doing ... on every single
Everything,
message.
Yeah.
Hopefully further towards sexy than creepy, because I said he was being a bit creepy.
Yeah.
And then basically I was like, bye. And
Why
then
do
he
you keep replying, Phoebe?
Yeah.
No, because then I
Like,
shut
you're
it
like,
down
this
and I
guy's
was
a
like,
fucking pervert, but also, yeah, okay, let's hear it out.
No.
You're like,
no,
Okay,
this is,
you won't
this
hear
is
from
like,
me again.
Yeah,
Right.
fine.
Yeah, but he's creepo. Right, okay.
Yeah. So he was like saying blah, blah, blah. And I just went, bye. And he's saying, you saying bye makes me want to talk to you more, though. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself, but you did seem cool. I feel like we'd get along. And I've blocked him now.
Okay.
But yeah, that's weird, right?
Yeah, that's bizarre. But what you know what my I'm gonna speculate here.
Mhm.
I think that's a man in his 30s who doesn't give a shit anymore. He's like, I'll just go. I'm do it straight off the bat. I'll do it, and if they're not into it, then oh well.
He didn't
fuck
even
it.
ask how I was.
Nah, he doesn't care.
Doesn't care. He wants to know if you want blindfolds and massage oil and
Yeah.
restraints.
Within maybe he sells them.
Oh, maybe it was a business.
Yeah, that's strange though. That's a shame. That's, I've never had that.
Ever.
I never had that from. Well, I've had that from random people on the internet. But
Okay.
I've never had that from someone I've met. And
Well, I
then
mean, I had it
exchanged
this
numbers.
week, so yeah.
Yeah. Same person.
We're both getting hit on. You getting
That
nothing.
into my worst week.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
what?
So who's
Well,
is it? Then?
well, I think once again, Phoebe, you win.
Thank
Because-
you.
Yes.
2 in a row.
2-0.
Well
2-0.
done. 2-0 for you. I think my week wasn't that bad other than Nigel.
And it might still end well. You might get 2.5k.
Yeah, that's true. And then I kind of count it as a win, to be honest.
You get 2.5, he gets 2.5. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Guys, can I ask you something?
Yes,
Everyone's
please.
better.
Have you ever got the egg ick?
The egg ick.
Yeah, I'm moving the topic on.
What's
sorry.
the egg ick?
Well, that's what I was wondering if you guys knew about it.
I've never heard of this.
I don't.
The egg ick. So
The
when
thing
you
is,
get
Phoebe,
into like
you're
a
talking
phase...
to two people who are in stable relationships who don't get
No,
any of this
it's nothing
content
about
anymore.
relationships. It's about eggs.
Oh.
You get an ick for eggs.
Yeah. So you know when you like go into a phase and you're like, oh my god, I love eggs. I just love eggs, and you're like, boil them, scramble them, fry them. I'll just have them on everything. And then suddenly you're like, oh my god, if you put that near me, it's going to be the most disgusting thing. I'm going to be sick everywhere. Do you ever get the egg ick? And then you go like, no, okay.
Should we move on to our next
Yeah.
section?
Well,
Yeah.
my housemate was talking about this the other day, and I was like, I get the egg ick, and like loads of my friends do.
The egg. So what? But you go back into eggs, do you?
Yeah.
Or-
And then
okay.
sometimes you just get icked out by them, and you go back.
Okay.
It's quite a toxic relationship with them.
Right. What you should have done is said this to that guy on Messenger. Then he would stop listening.
Yeah. Just be like, I've got the egg ick. I hate I can't look at scrambled eggs anymore.
Yeah, I used to eat them all the time, fried, scrambled, whatever, on toast, whatever. And now I don't eat them anymore. He'd been like,
Maybe
I don't
I
think this is for me.
Maybe I should just keep voice noting him like really like random thoughts every
Yeah.
so often. Just use him as that, like just shopping list, bananas. oatmeal.
But yeah, no, I think that's a very good point on the eggs.
I thought you guys were going to jump on that one, and that was going to be like a thing.
I thought egg ick meant you like someone, then you see them eat eggs, or you smell egg breath or whatever, and then you.
No, but I think if you put this to the listeners,
Okay.
has
egg
anyone
ick.
ever got the egg ick?
The egg
If
ick.
they know what we're talking about here,
Okay.
I really thought this was going to be a talking point.
Right.
What the egg ick? You really thought we were going to be like all the time, bloody always getting that egg ick.
I
Yeah.
really thought that was a shared human experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it
Anyway,
might be.
we'll-
We might be the lame ones. Me
We
and
might,
Tom might
yeah.
be out of the loop here.
I'm just glad for you that you never
yeah.
get the egg
Can I-
ick.
I'm almost 30. Tom's 43,
Can I-
and we might be out of the loop.
Can I just tell you, the only person I've ever known get the egg ick is my girlfriend, and that was when she was pregnant. So I don't want to alarm you, but
Great. So me and my housemate are both pregnant, and the upstairs neighbour's dead.
His neighbour's dead.
well, tune in to next week.
Cherry pie.
Oh, but maybe because you get the egg ick sometimes, but not others, it might be to do with ovulating. What if the egg ick only occurs? Okay, I think I've sorted it. The egg ick only occurs in women, and it's when we're ovulating where we've that we crave eggs because they're going, and then like wait, no, that's not how it
You're
works.
ironically getting rid of them. Yeah.
Yeah. But when we're not,
Trying to
then
replace the eggs.
when we're not, then we've already got so much eggs in us that we
Yeah.
don't need any more. It's an egg ick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when we're ovulating, then that's when we want more eggs.
And you know why we don't know about the egg ick? Is
'Cause
because there's
You're not an ally.
well, I am an ally, but there's
The camera.
which one?
This one.
Hello, I'm Ally Woods.
Thank you.
I'm Ally Woods.
I was hoping you would do that.
But you know why we don't know about it? Because there is precious little investigation into female medical stuff and popularization.
That's what it's
of it.
called. Female medical
Female
stuff.
medical stuff.
You
That's what it's not. That's how little unseriously they're taking it. If you go to the
You
library,
know that
and you
female
go-
medical stuff.
and you go, can I look into the female anatomy? There you go. It's in the section female medical junk.
Yeah.
Just along from female medical shite.
It's next to the donkey stuff.
Yeah. And it's one book, everybody poops, and that's it. And but that's why, because we need more representation for women and women's bodies in medicine.
Yeah. Boom.
Not representation as such, just more research.
More
Research even.
bit of both. Whatever.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just going to move on very quickly to just a little bit of news, and the
Speaking of women,
eagle-eyed listeners will know that the lady in Poland claiming to be Madeleine Mccann has now officially had her account suspended. She got to 1.2 milli.
Whoa.
1.2 milli. That's a pretty good run, to be fair.
three accounts by Tom. So,
Yeah.
so he could do his comment in the live, and then 2 other comments saying, "I agree with that guy. Very smart cookie."
Yeah, no, I just had to make 4 accounts called Liar McCann, and I
Madeleine Mccann.
Madeliah. Yeah. I just made 4 accounts, and the the Persian psychic went and which is actually her @handle. Actually went out to Poland to meet up with her.
Yeah.
And to sort out this investigation, get to the bottom of it.
Wow.
Still no DNA test results. It's been 3 weeks now. Don't know what's happened. The mix up at the lab is still going on.
Do you know why it's been suspended though?
Of her lies.
Pretending to be someone else. So you got to find out.
Everyone
the
reported.
The real Madeleine Mccann has reported. Got to find out which account reported her. Because there lies the truth. This is what they're afraid to look into. She's been reported by Madeleine Mccann.
That was the only way Instagram would suspend her account. Oh god.
So she's been suspended. That's such a shame.
Yeah, she had her account suspended. Yeah, for impersonating someone and being a liar.
Okay.
I hope she gets the help she needs. But she keeps claiming, because everyone's like, I think you are mentally unwell, but then she keeps claiming I'm actually 100% mentally fine.
Yeah.
And
they always do that. Those people.
Yeah, that's true. But she had some kind of doctor's analysis done on her as well to prove that she was mentally fine.
Yeah, Dr. Nick from The Simpsons. The human version of
Actually,
him.
To be fair, I think the Persian psychic is actually Doctor something. Yeah.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
Doctor of Spirits.
Yeah,
and
Doctor
Souls.
of Spirits and Souls. But yeah, I know. Fair enough. You know what? To get it that long, for 2 weeks, to last 2 weeks and get 1.2 million views, 1.2 million followers, that's a pretty good run for a ruse. That's
great.
I think.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I can't fault you in terms of like modern ruses.
It was
That's
signed by the same agency I was.
Yeah.
I've been bumped.
the brand deals.
The brand deals for the I Am Madeleine McCann account.
Huge.
You know, Google Maps. TripAdvisor. Airbnb. I mean, they're insane.
Smashing out the park, really. Can't really fuck that.
Find my iPhone.
Shut up.
It's just
Oh, you know what? You can't compete. You can't compete at that level.
it's all the good ones.
1 point. I would say she's probably one of the fastest people ever to get to 1 point over
1
a
mil,
million.
yeah, 100%. 100% there won't be.
You can only dream of those numbers. Imagine having 1.2 in 2 weeks. We need to say that you're a missing boy. You need to claim you're Prince Harry's other brother.
Yeah. That would be a good shout, to be fair.
Well, guys, I was just going to say, on news,
Mm-hmm.
did you see the thing that Kemi Badenoch said?
Who?
So,
Who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is that?
This your-
Equalities Minister, guys.
Okay.
So MPs have demanded that the menopause is made a protected characteristic, like race or religion.
Yeah.
And Kemi
I agree.
Badenoch rejected it because it's like, well, yeah, that's like you'd need help if you're a short person or had ginger hair.
Oh.
Excuse me?
Oh, you guys are getting rinsed.
Equality Minister laying one in on the gingers.
Yeah, laying one on you.
That's news hot off the press today. What do
Gave you
think
the
about
old
that?
left right.
I didn't know that. That's mad, though.
My poor brother, short and ginger.
Yeah, well, poor guy.
Fucking hell.
But, well, yeah, I hope our representatives, sort of Ed Sheeran, Prince Harry.
Well, no, he's
Adele.
Prince Harry's off the
Adele.
list.
Yeah,
All the
three.
big ones.
They're pretty big. They're pretty good three.
Adele's not ginger.
Yeah,
Sort of is,
yeah.
I wouldn't count her as one of our own.
You what? Really? You don't claim
No.
her?
Oh,
No,
she's
I
a
don't.
hardline, but Phoebe's a hardline ginger.
Yeah.
I am a hardline
She's
ginger.
hardcoreist.
I do not really consider Strawberry Blonde. Ali at the moment, if
I'm
I
not
hadn't
there.
met, if I met him for the first time today, I wouldn't call him part of. He's not one of us.
Yeah.
Oof.
Phoebe's got a movement going, ginger for the gingers,
Right. Okay.
and it's basically
G for G.
G for G. Yeah,
It's quite extremist. It's quite, it's pretty far
goes-
right ginger views.
She goes around with a
Gem cell.
a head shaver, and
Yeah.
if people have dyed their hair ginger, she shaves it off.
Yeah. There's a lot of girls in Shoreditch very pissed off at her.
yeah. There's a lot of girls called Dilly.
Yeah.
Dilly. He wanted a nice autumnal look.
Yeah.
Now going around bald as the moon. Let's quickly do a quick agony uncle, because we had one sent in to the official Adif Pod account, Adif Pod. You can follow us on social media, and also you can donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/AdifPod, for an extra episode every week for just $5 a month. Ooh. So we had this one So this is just because if you message on the official Ada Pod account, then we'll definitely read it out. So I told a guy I'd seen a few times that I'd been offered a job in a similar field to him. He replied in a snotty manner and then blocked me on WhatsApp.
Guarantee it's a comedian. Guarantee it's a comedian.
Yeah, if comedian is the only thing that I would.
So they've said it makes no sense. So I think this person's just looking for some closure. So what do you do with that?
I would say, well, first of all, you're dating like the most insecure man alive.
Yeah, what the hell?
Although I'm just trying to. Okay, or
One of my exes.
plot, or didn't think about this. Maybe he has an incredibly dangerous job.
Oh,
Didn't think about
that. In their field. Maybe she's working for the other team. He's MI5.
He's Ukrainian, she's Russian.
Yeah. Block me. What's all that about? I said I'm just going into the military. You're in the military. It helps us bond.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually coming to visit you next week.
I think we need somewhere near Maripol.
Yeah, they're sending me for work, so we can meet up.
Yeah.
What do you do in that one? So if you said to someone you got into marketing or whatever, and they
Well,
were
I
like-
wouldn't give a shit if it was my.
No, but what if they then blocked you and you quite like the person? What would you?
Oh, because I got into the same field that they
Yeah.
did. Well, yeah, I would be upset. I'd be like, well, you're clearly a weirdo and a child, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be annoyed. I'd be pissed off. However, you don't know. Oh, I'm just trying to think what else.
Become the best person in that field.
Equally, this person could be a total freak and could have been stalking this guy and then be like, I've got the same job as him.
Yeah.
Didn't think of that, did we? Could be a total freak.
But they are one of our piffies, so we've
One
got to
of the
have their
piffies.
back.
Yeah.
Piffies do deserve the
you've
respect
not- if you-
of not being a freak.
Well, you don't know who's out there. If if this is just a guy you've been casually speaking to and you're not stalking him and you haven't decided to get the same job as him, then I think fair enough. I think he's a weirdo, not
But
you.
there's nothing you can do if they've blocked you.
Yeah, that's it. But how'd you get over it? You just
I think
got to get over it.
to be the best in their industry.
Yeah.
Until one day he's looking for a pay rise, he's looking for a better job in that field, and you're his boss.
Yeah. And you can block him.
And then you can do a job interview with him as well, and then you can just ask him impossible questions.
Yeah, that's a good one. So yeah, it's, be fueled by spite.
Yeah, you can ask, what skills do you have? Like, definitely not sex.
Hey, that is so petty though.
Yeah.
Imagine blocking someone.
Because they got the same job as you. No, you're done. We're over. Can't have it. There can't be two marketing people in this relationship.
I'm the only one who's allowed to be a plumber. Right, well, I think we solved that. So we move on to our final section, which is, of course, Fail Mail. This is where we ask you for your answers around a certain topic to do the failure. This week is, of course, who is or what is the worst / funniest nickname you've ever heard, right? So we've got a few, again, sent into the official Ada Pod account. Thank you very much, everyone who sent them in. We used to call my friend Angus Flame Grilled because of the Burger King burger. Fair enough. It's a nice one. It was common to call lost guys at uni Will because of the beach ball from Castaway. Alas had the nickname Grenfell as she was tall and tragic.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I've got two. In secondary school, I was given the name Wolverine because of the way my hair grew. Also in secondary school, I was given the nickname Sneezebee because of my hay fever sneezing fits.
Okay.
Trevor, after my bone disease. Trevor syndrome. Flossie, she got candy floss in her eye and got conjunctivitis. She's 31 with 2 kids and still called it. Our mate's surname is Hackett, and one thing he cannot hack is the sesh, so it's class irony.
Okay. Right. Lads.
My brother's mate is nicknamed Twig, but have taken to call him Branch as he filled out.
It's funny.
Snowy, why is that always in Dad's phone books? Soon learnt that as I got older. Thank you very much to everyone who sent them in on the official Ada Pod account. Tom, you got any on your?
Yeah, I've got some. This is we used to call a guy at work. We used to call a man I worked with Blister because he'd always show up when the work was done.
Oh, nice.
That was nice.
I don't get that.
Smart. Because blisters come after you've like been running or something like that, and you worked hard.
That's very funny.
Yeah, it's very, very Radio 4.
That was very good, actually.
That was very good. I actually saw that written at a museum.
Chode. Just used to call me Chode. That's,
Oi, Chode!
yeah. Sweating man. I was repeatedly called Sweating Man, which is... Yeah.
I mean, blunt, yeah, does what it says on
Yeah.
the tin. My roommate used to call me Eskimo. Later got to know it's a racist slur. Neither of us knew it. Poppy for an adult female. How about this? No context. Slug man.
Oh, good.
Period.
Oh, okay.
Guy at work is called Rob. Everyone calls him Alan. I don't know why. Classic British banter that people think is hilarious.
Funny.
We call him Alan. Alan, tell me what your real name is. Rob. You know what the fuck's going on over here? It's fucking great.
it's just funny.
We're lunatics. We're nutters. You little rat face.
This is weird. Reason, because he was born for a reason. No joke. Real name. Reason.
What the fuck?
Weird.
What was his brother called? Accident.
Yeah.
At my dad's golf club, Asian guy named Ping gets called Micro. As in microwave.
That's the problem with Britain, right? That's the down at the golf club. You know, it's all bent. It's enough.
Hawkins is the surname, so we call him Hawksucker.
Yeah.
Fish lips. Balloon head.
Yeah. Chuckles. We called a guy Chuckles because he once vomited. He once vomited in year 9, and we just called him Chuckles ever since.
What the fuck?
I guess Chuck.
Oh, right. Okay. Breeze, because I looked high all the time, even when I wasn't.
Nice.
Littlefinger. Pancake. Someone's put in a few. Nezzle, nasal hair, sock, bootleg Sophia Lillis.
I like bootleg Sophia Lillis. Who is Sophia Lillis?
Who's
If you're being called a bootleg someone, but of someone that no one even knows, maybe it's like an older girl who's a bit fitter. Like you're bootleg Sophia Lillis.
And then last one, clown fucker.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
How about this one? Hat man. Because he never wore a hat.
So stupid.
Dr. Squash. Banana.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one I've got here. My brother calls me Dingo Whacker. And then they've also said the big fat fucker.
Oh man, the last one I've got is we used to call one of my friend's boyfriends pedo. There was a reason.
Oh God.
Great.
Well, for ages I didn't realise that nonce necessarily meant a pedo.
Oh, yeah?
I swear when we were growing up, everyone just called each other, "Oh, you silly nonce."
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like the meaning has always been pedo related.
Oh, maybe it was just more accepted back then. Oh, you silly little nonce.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah.
Oh.
You've been a little pedo today.
Pedo. Sophia Lillis was in It.
Okay. Have you got any?
In what?
Shut up. Shut up. Have you got any, Phoebe?
No, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Great,
Alright,
thanks.
Thanks. Cheers for that. Cheers. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to All I Do Is Fail. We'll be back next week. And as Ali said earlier, if you want a bonus episode, please subscribe to our Patreon.
Yes, extra episode every week. And thank you very much for following us. Ali was Gigs. You watch out for another announcement coming out soon. Especially if you missed out on tickets to my hot show.
Ooh.
Another announcement coming soon.
Ooh. Announcement in the pipeline.
Yeah.
All right.
Read through the lines, guys.
Oh.
Huh?
Huh?
I'm pregnant.
Once again.
Got the egg egg.
Phoebe, anything to say?
Follow patreon.com/AidofPod for an extra episode every week, and come to vauxhallcomedyclub.com for tickets every day.
Just the website. Just
Oh yeah,
to the
come
website.
to the club, but that's how you get the tickets.
Vauxhall.com.
vauxhallcomedyclub.com.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for listening, Piffies. Have a great week. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.